Well, good evening, folks, and welcome to race number 8, the final of the online Outlaws eSIM racing. And we are live from Kyalami. We are in free practice at the moment, and we are on board with young Carl Westhuizen from Maysdale, Johannesburg, car number 55, and currently lying 5th in the points. And if you've just joined us, a warm welcome to each and every one of you joining in on our live stream this evening. If you are new to the stream, please leave your comments below. Let us know where you're watching from and where you're tuning in from. If you've got any questions, let us know and we'll try and answer as best as we can. But currently we are in our final round. It's round number 8. From the online Outlaws eSIM racing, and just talking about that leaderboard, and I'm going to cross over to him very shortly. RTA Donkey 27 in new colors this evening. Yeah, that's right, our current champion. He took the title 2 weeks ago, and very shortly I'm going to bring him onto screen for you. 224 points going into round number 8, but he is champion already. So let's have a look and see where the rest of the guys are standing at the moment. Kyalami Pace, and we'll see him very shortly. Also a great sim racer from Johannesburg. It's Kyalami Pace, otherwise known as Kyalami Mauer. Great gentleman of the sport. Always great to hear his comments and get his input. A great sim race, as I said. Then in third place with 102 points, it's Skitty, Sean Skitter, so one of our Joburg based drivers. Then RTA Benoit, one of our lads from across the water with 68 points. Ben Howdry, also representing RTA. And then of course, as I said, in 5th currently in the points, it's RTA Safa, then AR Outlaws 66 with 58 points. AR, I hope we're going to see him. I haven't seen him tonight yet out on circuit. And then in 7th place, and co-sponsored to the first series, and of course definitely the second series, the gentleman of our sport, the one and only Alvin Sykes, Albert 80. So going to be good to see him out there very shortly. I see that the car is parked in the pit lane at the moment. Stiganator also arrived. He's in pit lane at the moment, getting the car set up in the Mercedes-Benz, crossing over I think in race number 2 from Aston Martin over to Mercedes-Benz. So Alan van Graan from Plumstead, if you can hear me, and if you are watching any of the streams, how's it, bud? Hope you're okay. And then on board with Farki. How's it, my man? If I'm not mistaken, from Nigel out in Gauteng. Good to have you here with us in that multicolored Ferrari. Good to see you out here today. Some very cool prizes happening tonight for our drivers, any of our local drivers, South African drivers. There's some very cool lucky draws happening. There's a very cool shirt, t-shirt, online Outlaws t-shirt, limited edition shirt, and a couple of very awesome caps that will go into a lucky draw. Then after that, all those main prizes will be announced later via Discord. If all goes well, I'm going to get a very special guest in. In fact, what I will do is just bring up his details on to your screen in just a second. From Black Ribbon Simulations, Richard Herring, and I've been chatting to Richard last night. What a great guy. Just so invested in the sport of eSIM racing, bring some amazing products into the country, and we're going to be able to chat to him and just have a quick listen to what they do bring into the country. I know things like Sparko, what a great product. If you are in any way linked to any form of motorsport, you know exactly what I'm talking about. So I can't wait to catch up with him, hopefully after 8 o'clock when we're going to the main race of this evening here at Kyalami. We'll be able to catch up with him, and maybe we'll twist his arm to try and get him to co-commentate. And maybe for round or season 2, we might get him as a permanent special guest. But we'll have to twist his arms and get the right people to chat to him. But I'm pretty sure we'll be able to do that. Right, so quite a bit of viewers coming on board to watch this evening. It is free practice. We are 24 minutes to the end of free practice. We're on board right now with RR Parki Farki from Nigel up in Gauteng, car number 9. I'm just going to scroll over to Werner. Let's just see if he's out there at the moment. Werner Pretorius there, car number 77, another Ferrari GT3 Evo. Beautiful, beautiful car. And let's have a quick look at where Werner is on points. He's 10th, so he's in the top 10 with 24 points coming into round 8. So after 7 races, I know he missed 1 or 2 races, and I know a lot of the guys had some technical issues when Eskom dropped us, but the guys are back. Looking at 8th overall with 44 points, a tie there with AC Matwa. Unfortunately, Mo Tempo not being able to make this evening from Austria. It's a pity we're not going to be able to get to watch him race this evening. As I said, Stiganator is in pit lane getting the car set up. Alvin Sykes, LNR Pace has joined us, car number 11, that Audi. He's joined the server, but not on circuit at the moment. Let's go back to current championship leader coming in here at Kyalami, round number 8. RTA Donkey, 27 with 224 points coming into race number 8 here at Kyalami. It is the one and only RTA Donkey, otherwise known as Stefan Wessels, who's about to become a dad, by the way. So well done to you, my man, and to Mandy. We wish you all the best of luck in the next couple of weeks. But a great eSIM racer, a great mountain biker, and just generally a really great guy to chat to. He's also helped with a lot of the setting up of the studio back in the day when we first got ourselves set up. So thanks very much to that for all your help that you sorted it out with. In fact, if I'm not mistaken, I'm still stuck on one screen here. Let's get you back to the racing, guys. Caleb Mauer, thank you very much for always being on top of the game. Yes, OBS was stuck on Black Ribbon simulations. There we go. Pace Motorsports, we are Pace. Well, there we go. Nice to have you guys here with us this evening. And we're back up on the racing. We were just chatting about RTA Donkey, otherwise known as Stefan Wessels. Now you've actually got him on your screen. There we go. New livery this evening. Thanks, guys. There we go. Yes, there we go. One man, lots of buttons, lots to do, and just great to have you guys here with us. Some of our other sponsors, and right from the beginning, and I'm just going to run through them very quickly. TGN Racing Simulators as well, they were coming on board right in the beginning. Their sister company Track Art also doing fantastic work, and some very cool prizes coming from them. We'll find that out a little bit later. Then we're talking about him early on, and I'm hoping I'm going to cross over to his car very soon. Alvin Sykes, or Alvin 80, the gentleman of the sport, coming on board and doing so much to help the series get up and running. And then to my friend Alan van Graan from Plumstead here in Cape Town, Jamtech Projects, also throwing in quite a bit of information to get the rig up and running here in the background, the studio. And if you haven't yet seen it, go on to my Facebook page, Sean Peters Media, Go look it up and go check what the studio looks like. And this was all set up by these guys that you have up on screen at the moment. Of course, Digital Brands also helping us out. Just one or two things. Lester, thank you very much. Of course, prizes. RDSA Academy, there's some very cool prizes coming up. You'll see it very, very shortly from RDSA Academy. And then finally, our last friends that came up and joined us to help out. Thank you very, very much to Carl van Heerden, who's helped me a lot over the years in the commentating business. Botner's Music came on board, and they have helped us out with a very cool studio mic. So if my voice does sound a little bit clearer, or a lot clearer, thank you to Botner's Music, to Carl. Thank you very much for helping us out with some better pricing. Of course, if you into that type of thing and you need some sound equipment, chat to the guys from Botner Music. They've got stores all over South Africa. Let's go back to our main feed and let's see who else is on circuit at the moment. Free practice, 19 minutes in. LNR pace, there we go. I was waiting for this car to come out. Also one of my favorite drivers right there. Now you'll see him come past on your screen next second or two. There we go, LNR pace, and he's just passing Alwyn Sykes. Why is Alwyn creeping like it? Hope there's no issues on his side. So LNR pace, the only guy I know that's racing at the moment, but also can type to me. So how's it, Alwyn? Sorry, not Alwyn. Kaylin, how's it, Kaylin? Hope you're well. And every now and then it's good to just listen to LNR Pace's car. Right, with LNR Pace just heading back into the pits, we're going to go across to, and it looks like he's had a very bad off. As we go across to him, Vanna 77 also heading into the pits. Let's have a look at J00 Pace. We haven't seen him for a while. Wild card out here. Another one of the Bentleys. Good to see him out here. Our captain is flooring. Guys, I love your comments. Keep them coming in. If you'd like to just share our live stream to the rest of your mates and let them know what they think. I'm your host, Sean. I'm still very new to it. It is the first season down, but I do have to control all the buttons and all the screens. So yeah, it's been a crazy adventure for myself, and it's been very, very awesome spending every second Tuesday evening with all of you folks out there. From the drivers to the sponsors and of course to the spectators that give us a chirp every now and then. Love your work. Thanks a lot. You keep it fun. You keep us wired and switched on. All right. Time for us to head back to Kyalami pace. I could hear that Audi firing around Kyalami Circuit again, and it's hard to miss that beautiful sound of that Audi. Kyalami, car number 11 out there at the moment. Good to have you out there, lying currently in number 2nd place after 7 rounds, going into round number 8 here at Kyalami. How's the Tyron side? Where have you been, Tyron? It's been lonely the last couple of weeks, brother. Your brother's been keeping me company for the last 4 or 5 weeks. Good to have you on board. We are 14 minutes down, or 14 minutes at least left in our free practice. On board now with Kyalami pace, car number 11, the Audi, going through this amazing circuit. Formula 1 circuit back all the way back from 1977 when the first F1 came through to South Africa, and that beautiful circuit out in Midrand. If you've never been out there, chatting to a couple of guys in the various forums, and of course chatting to Richard from Black Ribbon. He was very fortunate a couple of years ago to take a 125 kart around the circuit. Many years ago I got to play around in a BMW around the circuit when I worked for another tyre company, which I can't mention today because it's not Pirelli, unfortunately. But it was great to be able to go around this famous historic track in South Africa. And of course Kyalami, if you do not know what that means, it's the Zulu term for my home. So there's some information that you want to maybe take home with you this evening while we go back to our P1 at the moment, unofficial, 143.09 from RTA Donkey 27, current champion for season 1 in the new livery. Molose saying we got lots of echo. Is it echo on my voice or echo on the cars? Let us know. My sound engineer has gone rogue. Right, back on to RTA Saffir, currently 5th in the championship points. Car number 55. He's had a couple of bad races under the belt, just some misfortune, and just struggling with car setup mid races when he just couldn't seem to get the cars handling right. But it looks like he's back on pace now. Thanks, Tyrone. Echo on voice. Okay, well, let's try and sort that out quickly. New microphone. Now we've got echo on voice. Let's see what we can do. All right, lads. One thing I've changed. Let me know what that sounds like, if you can. Always good to have the guys just chatting to us and letting us know what it's all about. I know that Richard Herring is going to try and join us, and he is also going to help us set up proper sound from season number 2 when we go into the next season. So we've got all the right equipment now. We've got the right studio, which I've built and constructed here down in Cape Town. And now we just need to get the guys that have the technical brains to sort out the sound properly. All right, much better. There we go. So one press of the button. Mr. Sibata, why are you saying that you are snail slow? Come on, brother. Just join us. Well, then again, I'm so slow. That's why I sit behind a microphone and I don't actually race with these boys. On board now with RTA Safa, Carl Oosthuizen from Meyersdal out in Johannesburg. He is an exceptional eSIM racer. Thanks, Tyron, as well, for letting me know that it's a lot better. I'm glad I could sort it out. One setting was all it took. All right, Tyron, if you can just give me how's it again? Just let me know what it sounds like now. And there we go. A shout out to the sponsors. How about Monster coming on board? Frankensaurix. I hope I said that right. Maybe you can phone me. I'll send you my number and you can get hold of me and let me know how to pronounce your name while we're having a bit of fun with our lads out there. Yeah, thanks, Tyron. You say it's much better. I'm just playing with the levels. This microphone is super sensitive, so I've just got to watch where I sit now. As I said, you guys are welcome to go check out Sean Peters Media on Facebook, and you can go and see exactly what it looks like in the background. Some of the things that most people don't ever get to see. And it's SHAUN and then Peters, Peter with an S. Go check it out and you can see exactly what we do in the background. There we go. Thanks, Frankie. Appreciate it, bud. Appreciate it. It's great to see so much interaction. Yeah, please go and share the link. Let the guys know that we're online. I'll try and do my best. I promise to do tonight justice here from Kyalami. As I said, what an amazing course. 16 turns, starting with turn 1, that kinked just down the main straight into turn 2, Crowthorne. The Yixkay sweep, the scene of lots of carnage over the years. Into Barbecue Sunset, what an amazing corner, turn number 6 down into Clubhouse, and then through 8 and 9 the S's up to Liu Kop, that rise that you get up into turn 10, and then through 11 it's hard through a left-hander down the mine shaft, and the person with the biggest usually gets a good turn into turn number 3. The Crocodiles through 14, and then that little kink to the right, the turn number 15, and then into Ingwe number 16, and then you've completed a lap here at Kyalami. As I said, Zulu for my home. Well, it's our house for this evening. It's our home. We've got 6 minutes left of free practice. We're going to go into quali. Let us know who your money's on this evening. Who are you shouting out for? Thanks, Frankie. Appreciate it. Right, on board with one of our RTA Ferraris. This is Vadner Pretorius, number 77. Let's go on to who else is out at the moment. JOO Pace. Nice to see him out here in the Bentley. Car number 447. Stiganator, let's have a look. He's on circuit at the moment. He is the mayor of Plumstead. Actually, at the moment, he's the assistant mayor of Plumstead, as Stefan Wessels has become the official mayor after taking the championship 2 Tuesdays ago. Carl Oosthuizen driving at the moment and still has time to say good luck, gents. Very nice to see that. That's a Tyron. That's lowballing, brother. 3 Rand 20 on. I'll tell you what, I'll put for top 5. So top 5 finish for Alwyn tonight in the Bentley. And I'll put $100 on it. So $100 for Alwyn to come in the top 5. So Alwyn, if you can hear me, no pressure, mate. But I could do with $100 at the end of this month. Tyron, 3 Rand 20 is what I used to pay for fuel when I owned a Ford Fairlane 500. So you can do the maths and see how long ago that was, when a 5-litre V8 was actually almost drivable as a daily. I haven't heard 5 Bob for a long time. Frankie, where you listening in from? 5 Bob sounds like something straight out of Johannesburg. Okay, I've got Tyron on board. So if Alvin Sykes, Alvin 80, car number 25, comes in the top 5 tonight, not in the total standings, just for tonight here at Kyalami, I've put $100 on it. Yeah, Kaylin, always great to have you on board. As I said, great gentleman, great eSIM racer right here from Johannesburg. Always good to see what you do at all the races. Great having you on board. Series 2, I can assure you, is going to be a lot better. I'm going to iron out all the kinks that I've had to run through to broadcast and to chat. I come from mountain bike, open air commentating. I had to learn very quickly how to do eSIM racing commentating. Still going through all the necessaries and trying to figure out everyone's names. Very different from live racing scene when I get to see everyone's faces. I know exactly who they are. So yeah, great stuff. Thanks for the kind words as always. Yeah. Let's have a look while we out in the dark here at Kyalami. Who else has joined us? Yeah, I agree with you. Thanks, Jamtech. Well, let me tell you, this wouldn't have been possible. Lastminute.com that evening of the first race. Alan van Graan from Jamtech, or aka the Stiganator, ran in here. I think it was the day before. Ran in here with a network system to get me hooked up on a network. So thanks very much, brother, for that. And of course to everybody else that has joined us. It's been a fantastic journey and culminating in what is to be probably the best race of the season here at Kyalami. I cannot wait. A circuit that I've been around many times, many years ago when I worked in the Thai industry. I was very privileged to be brought up to Johannesburg for a BMW driver series. So I know the circuit very well. It might have changed over the last couple of years, but the essence is still there. Parki Farki just running into the pit. So all the guys are now finished. That's free practice over and done with. So let's just check if I can maybe go over to a couple of our sponsors. I'm trying to bring Richard Herring from Black Ribbon Simulations in this evening. In fact, I've set everything up, but he might not be able to make it. but it's fine. We're going to rope him for series number 2. So Wayne O'Connell, thanks for joining us. So myself and Tyrone have got a slight bet on his boot as all the guys slip into the pits. I'm going to head off to one or two of our sponsors. I don't know if we'll be able to see this. Yeah, it looks like we'll be able to see it. Let's watch if we can go straight into quali. No, it looks like I'm going to have to get out of the stream at the moment. Just give me a second. All right. I'm just going to reset the server just for a second. And we're going to go into all right, let's get back to the action and welcome to it. If you've just joined us for round number 8, it's the final of the online Outlaws. It is 5 minutes past 8. We're into official qualifying. We're on board with current championship contender. It's the RTA Donkey 27, car number 55, Stefan Wessels from Plumstead, Cape Town. An extraordinary driver. He's had a massive season, not only here, but all around on the eSIM racing circuit. Well, there we go. Up onto the main straight. I'm going to cross over through onto 5th place in the points at the moment. It's RTA Sapphire. Car number 55, it's an AMG Mercedes-Benz driven there by Kyle Oosthuizen from Meyersdal up in Johannesburg. And as he comes through the turn there, you can see just in the corner of your screen, J00 Pace. Nice to have him here for the final of the season. Season number 1. It's been our first season of the online Outlaws sim racing. And been some amazing racing the last couple of weeks. Right, quite a bit of viewers joined us. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. It is our final of the season here at Kyalami. Nice to be home in South Africa, Midrand, Johannesburg. And what an amazing circuit. Let us know on the comments if you've ever raced the circuit, ever been around on a customer day, or maybe a shotgun or suicide ride or drive with one of our local race drivers from South Africa. Let us know in the comments below. Be great to hear your feedback. As Carlo says, just on my screen, taking it very, very, very wide. I'm going to cross back to LNR Pace, Kyalami Mao, another one of the very cool gents that join our racing league, and also lying in second place currently. Kalen, another one of those crazy drivers, an amazing eSIM racer that can type and thank everybody else while he's doing a great job behind the steering wheel. So well done, Kalen. Always good to have you on board. Right, we're going to stay on board with LNR Pace at the moment, car number 11. Great sounding vehicle. And just run you through parts of the circuit that he is on at the moment. He's coming up for sunset now. This is turn 6. You see the Boma in the distance there as he comes through. Well, on your screen you'll see it now. There's a couple of seconds delay. Alan Sykes now on circuit as well. I'm going to try and cross over to him in just a second. Right, so passing Clubhouse, he comes up through the S's. Now coming up to Leeuwkop, turn number 10 on your screen. It should be any time now. Then through turn 11 and down that mine shaft. And you got to have some serious man bits to keep full pace down there. Then hard onto the brakes into second gear as you come through turn number 13. They call the Crocodiles. 14, then through that kink at 15, through the Cheetah, then to Ingwe, number 16. You should see it on your screen very shortly as LNR Pace comes to that final turn. 1 minute and 53 seconds left. RTA Donkey currently in P1 with a 141. Man, oh man, that's quick. LNR Pace, 900th of a second behind him. So neck on neck. Is he going to do something now? Would he be able to put something in on this lap? Safer, RTA Safer, car number 55. Oh no, that's it. Kalen is pulling off. So that's his quality. He's secured P2. Donkey P1 and Safer P3. So we're in for some very, very cool racing. Skitty one also having a really great season. And third on the overall standings with 102 points. So well done, Sean Skidder. All right. We're going to lose the server for a second or two. And as all the guys start coming into Park Ferme, into the pits. Oh, thanks, Frankie, for letting us know. Comic Con. Well, you got to see something I never got to see, and it was Rossi on a BMX. Love it, bro. At least you got to go out to that circuit, an amazing circuit. Kyalami, out in Midrand. Right, I'm going to reset the server and we're going to go into some proper racing very, very shortly. Well, welcome back if you've just joined us for the first time this evening. We're about to get started. I'm just waiting to see the guys are out in their grid positions. Up front to RTA Donkey. Right next to him, Eleanor Pace. And I'm just a little bit nervous that we've lost the server. Nothing seems to be happening at the moment. This is round number 8 from Kyalami. And there we go. Glad that everything is okay. Formation lap coming up. Let's run you through this quickly. And there we go. Vadner, JW, Parky Farky, Alvin Sykes, RTA Steganator. A very small field. We had up to 20 riders throughout the season. And a lot of guys having to commit to other things maybe this evening. Such a pity, guys. A big shout out to Stefan Vessels, giving me a shout out. Do appreciate that, bud, while you're sitting out in Plumstead, Cape Town, on board at the moment with Stiganator. And it looks like, yeah, there we go. My suspicions and my nightmares have come true. My side, the server has dropped, so we are going to just cross you back to the top view while I reset the servers. Please don't leave. Stick around. It's great to have you guys all here with us. And while they're still on the formation lap, let me just reset our server. All right, here we go. Officially welcome to it. This is race number 8 from Kyalami. And on board with number 1, number 2, and number 5 in the championship. And if you've just joined us, and welcome to the stream, good evening and welcome to Kyalami. We're about to go under green. And there we go. It's green, green, green. It's off they go. RTA Donkey. Kalen Mauer with a great start as he comes up through the kink. Let's see who gets this corner first. Taking the outside line is Kalen Mauer. And he makes it stick. That great riding there. RTA Donkey in second at the moment. So probably not the best thing to be doing is watching it live, because I might be slightly ahead of you guys. So what I'm going to try and do is see if I can join you guys on the live stream here quickly. Now there we go. Frankie shouting out for Pacey. Nice, man. Good to see someone that's enjoying the racing out here this evening. We do appreciate you joining us. So on board with pace. Kalen doing a fantastic job. Well, you'll see him coming up through the cheetah into Ingwe. This is turn number 16. Neck on neck. RTA Donkey right on him at the moment as they come up into the main straight here. Pit lane is already open. And watch how Stefan breaks late with the Ferrari. You'll see him coming down there, the 150 marker, 100 meter marker, right onto Kalen's tailpipes. What's he going to do here? As they come through Yuxke sweep into barbecue. This is turn 5. And now that's that long climb up to Sunset. On the brakes there at the Boma. Through the sweep. And that's a good pace through there. Both of these guys having one heck of a dice at the moment. Up through Clubhouse. Then through the S's 8 and 9. You'll see RTA Safa there in third place at the moment. Just lurking out through the back of these two cars. And Alain Pace want to keep that first place tonight. He wants to maximize those points as we go into the final here. Round number 8 from Kyalami. If you've just joined us, a warm welcome to everyone out there. If you're in South Africa, if you're from abroad, how's it? Let us know where you are watching us from. I see a lot of our overseas guys not here this evening, as our two finest eSIM races in South Africa coming up through Ingwe into Main Straight down here at Kyalami. It's Audi, Ferrari, Mercedes-Benz, Ferrari again, and then Bentley. JOO Pace, we'll run through to him in just a couple of seconds. Let's just watch what our two guys are doing here. This is too close to break away. Let's watch what these two guys can do. It's that Audi, the Ferrari, the GT3. And fantastic going here from, well, in championship points, Kyalami lying second in the championships. Of course, Stefan Wessel's RTA Donkey taking it 2 weeks ago. And probably the two most successful eSIM races in this series currently. Okay, while they're doing their thing, let's just move over to Meyersdal Local, RTA Safa, car number 55, the AMG. You'll see it up on your screen in just a second. There we go. So Carl Oosthuizen. Right behind him, it's RTA Vadner Pretorius, and then JOO Pace. Nice to see another one of the Pace boys up in the top 5 this evening. And actually putting in a really quick time there. Double O Pace, here we go. Let's get on board with him now as they come down Main Straight. We'll cross over to him from the Ferrari of Vadner Pretorius. There we go. Thanks to our producer for just getting on to JOO Pace. Car number 447, the Bentley. So 2 Bentleys out there. Let's go very quickly and see what our friend Parki Farki is doing at the moment. Car number 9, another Ferrari. Let's head on over to him very quickly. There we go. Right, let's move on to the gentleman of our sport and the gentleman of the league, and also a co-sponsor. In fact, he's done a lot for the series. Alwyn Sykes, there we go, up on your screen at the moment in car number 25, another one of the Bentleys, that burnt orange, beautiful colors. And as I said, great going, Alwyn. We're hoping you're going to get a top 5, because I want that $100 from your boot. So the guys from Semcrete have done a lot for the series. So if you're in the business and you're needing some cement finishing done, chat to the guys from Semcrete. They are national. So if you're in Cape Town, they've got branches here, they've got branches everywhere. Just go and look them up on their website. So thanks to Alwyn, he's done a lot for the studio here in Cape Town, between himself and Richard from Black Ribbon and RDSA. They've done a lot of prizes that will be going through into round 2 as well, season 2, and of course also between himself and the guys from Botner Music, Carl van Heerden's hooking me up with the new sound equipment here in the studio. We are going to go very, very far with this the new sound. We do appreciate it. Thank you very much. Right, on to another one of our co-sponsors that helped put the studio together here in Cape Town. We're going to cross over to him very quickly. He is being hunted down by the Skitty one. So there we go, on board with him now. Guys, watch this. If you have joined us for the first time, a warm welcome to you. Welcome to race number 8 of the Online Outlaws eSIM Racing League. And look at these two. And, oh, no. Stiganator just losing the tail end and then getting himself clipped all out of shape. He's gone into the kitty litter, and that has done some damage to the car. Let's see what happened to Skitty. Is he out there at the moment? Might have picked up damage if you look at the front end of that car. Yeah, it looks like he's done a bit of damage, and not very cool to see him where he is at the moment in P8 at the moment. Frankie, have a good one. Thanks for joining us, bud. Working night shift, I presume. If you are, take it easy. Be safe, my brother. Alright, still on Skitty 1 at the moment. Let's just go back to Mr. Pace up front. Let's see what he's doing. Oh, he's just been overtaken as I crossed over to them. You're going to see it on your screen very shortly. There we go. As I was talking about them, these guys are having one serious battle up front at the moment, with RTA Donkey literally sneaking past. It was just a little bit quicker under braking. You'll see he brakes a lot later into the corners. Stefan Wessels from Cape Town in the Ferrari. Kyalami, Johannesburg in the Audi, car number 11. Coming up into Leeuwkop as they go through turn 11. It's a massive downward elevation. In fact, it's one of the quickest descents in the world of racing, as they go through the mine shaft into the crocodiles there, neck on neck. Stefan Wessels just running that Ferrari wide as he comes through turn number 15 here into Ingwe. You got to get on hard onto the brakes. A lot of the guys hit all the way down to second into first, and then floor it out of there. And now, what is Stefan Wessels going to do? He looks like he has pulled a bit of a pace. 900th of a second quicker. Well done, Frankie. Take it easy, my bud. Working night shift. Take it easy. Someone's got to keep our economy running. Good on you, bud. And thanks for joining us. I really do appreciate it. Right, our two guys at the top at the moment. RTA Donkey. Currently our number 1. He's our champion for the season, and he's made it work. He's an exceptional eSIM racer. So is the guy on your screen at the moment now, LNR Pace, the one and only Kyalami from Johannesburg in the Audi. Unmistakable sound of the Evo Audi, car number 11. Let's cross over to Safa. It looks like there's a bit of a dice coming here now at the moment. Safa in third place, Kyle Oosthuizen. Vadner Pretorius, RTA Vadner 77 in fourth at the moment. You'll see him up on your screen in just a second. Right behind Safa with J00 Pace. Nice to have him back on the course, on circuit here at Kyalami for round number 8. Fantastic stuff. Here we go. Look at this on your screen now as they come through Ingwe, turn 16, onto the main straight. Right, there you have it. RTA Safa, Vadner 77, JOO pace. And you'll see coming out of this turn now, Carlo stays in. It just seems like that AMG Merc gets the traction down out of a corner a little bit quicker than the Ferrari, the mid-mounted Ferrari. And quite a few viewers joined us. Welcome, guys. Welcome. We do appreciate you joining us online. Outlaws live from Kyalami. This is round number 8. It's the final of season 1. It's been a fantastic season. And, well, we've only got our guys down there on the course at the moment to thank. And, of course, in the bottom left-hand corner, you'll see all our sponsors on that randomizer. Thanks very much, Jamtech Projects. They've done phenomenal work getting things sorted out. TGM Racing Simulators from Johannesburg. Vadner, thank you very much. They came on board right at the beginning of the season, looking after some very cool prizes. There you can see some of their simulators and what they look like. Their sister company, Track Art, well, the winner gets a gift pack. Those gift track pack, it's exceptional. If you have not yet seen what they do, go and check them out. They've got an incredible Instagram account. Go and check them out there. If you'd like, go and check them out on Facebook. Then of course Sem Crete, and he's out there at the moment. I'm going to cross over to him very, very shortly. He's down to number 6. Myself and his But Tyron have got a bet on at the moment. Let's have a look. We're going to quickly sneak on to Alvin, who's now up into 6. If he gets into the top 5, there's 100 Rand on the table tonight. We've got to have some fun for the finals. There he is at the moment. And running a little bit wide as he comes down here. Let's just have a look at what he did there. Here we go. Hard on the brakes. There we go, coming up to Sunset. This is a long bend, a right-hander, as you then make your way up to the clubhouse. Through the S's, you'll see him come up through the S's in just a second. There we go, up into through clubhouse. Now up into the S's. Slight delay on the feed. So Alvin having a bit of a lonely race at the moment, but Skitty One is chasing hard, and it just looks like there's a bit of understeer coming off Alvin, off the Bentley. Now right at the beginning of the season, having long chats to Alvin late nights while they set up cars and we set up the feed in the background, and took a bit of time to get this car set up and get it manageable. The Bentley is a big car. It does weigh pretty much the same as what all the other cars weigh, but just in size wise, it's a bit of a boat, as they call it, the Boatley. You see Skitty One is definitely making some time here now. 2 seconds off, 2.5 seconds off, but he's catching quick. Right, back onto our race leader at the moment and championship leader and winner of season number 1 of the Online Outlaws. We're on board with RTA Donkey 27, car number 27. And this is Stefan Wessels from Plumstead, Cape Town. Phenomenal driver and a great mountain biker, a good friend of mine. Great to have him out here today. Eleanor Pace from Johannesburg right behind him. And here we go. We're going to just cross over to his car in a second as Stefan Wessels comes up to Ingwe. There we go. Back on to Eleanor Pace. Just passing Parki Farki, who's got the blue flag out on him. He's not having the best drive of his life this evening here at Kyalami. The beautiful circuit out in Midrand. So quite a long stint here, hour and 39 minutes to go. It's round number 8 here from Kyalami, and on board with LNR Pace from Johannesburg in the Audi, car number 11. Here we go. Just crossing over to RTA Safa. He has got Wagner right on him at the moment. Alright, so if you've just joined us, welcome to it. It is round number 8 and been a bit quiet. I'm trying to bring a surprise into studio, and on board currently with RTA Safa. This is Carl Oosthuizen, car number 55. And coming down Main Straight into Barbecue Bend. There we go. And then this long rise as they get up to Sunset, that long sweeping right-hander. Werner Pretorius right behind Carl Oosthuizen. And I see one or two of our viewers have dropped off. Well, it's a Tuesday night. A lot of the guys have got to go and run some errands around the house. Very fortunate that I've been granted 2 hours leave to join you guys and chat to you about racing and having some proper racing from Kyalami. So if you've just joined us on the feed, how's it, everybody? This is our stream of round number 8. This is our final race from Kyalami. Kyalami out in Midrand, a beautiful part of South Africa, and interesting name, Kyalami. Zulu for my home. It's our home for this evening. Now on board with Van, car number 77. You can see the scuff marks. He's been in the rough today, but chasing Safa hard at the moment. He had 00 pace on him earlier, but there's been a big drop off as these two battle it out for third place. Here we go. Look at this at the moment. It is neck on neck stuff as they come up through the S's. Down the mine shaft. And yeah, you just got to hold on to everything you got on those cars. You can see how that car bounces around as it comes past you there as they go into the crocodiles. Turn 15 up to turn number 16 here, and let's see if Carl Oosthuizen under a lot of pressure now. He can see Wagner right behind him in his rearview mirror at all times. And look at this down the straight. You can see quite a bit of damage done to that car. As I said earlier, he's had a rough time out there and chasing hard. Looks like Carl just runs it ever so slightly wide. And that corner can catch you out as they come up this rise now. This used to be the old main straight back in the day. Up into Sunset, past the Boma, and then up towards the clubhouse. Beautiful here in the afternoon, up in Midrand. Beautiful Gauteng skies, that copper skies. You can see the shadow now as the lights come on. Oosthuizen's lights are on already. Let's go have a look at the rest of the field. J00 out on his own at the moment. He was right on RTA Wagner 77's bumper early on. He might have just put a wheel down somewhere incorrectly and lost a bit of time. Skitty one he's had a good race at the. He didn't start off that well, but he's managed to come up to 6 all the way from a last position after taking a bit of an impact with the Mercedes-Benz RTA Stiganator. Let's have a look at our good friend and co-sponsor Semcrete. This is Alvin Sykes, Alvin 80, car number 25. The Bentley on your screen at the moment. Stiganator obviously having a big off. You can see what his car looks like there. And just hitting the wall, going right through the kitty litter. And this is not going to do well for his car at the moment. Lights are on as the afternoon. The sun sets quickly down at Kyalami. Let's just see Parky Farky also having a terrible day at the office. Young man there from Nigel. Let's stream across back to our championship leader, and of course taking the championship 2 weeks ago, but always great to watch this man race that Ferrari. Incredible driver. Car still very clean. He had a good battle the first 2 or 3 laps with LNR pace, and then just found his legs, got the rhythm. And remember, we've still got pit stops to come, and anything can happen. Right, back onto LNR pace at the moment. Just coming up to Sunset. Up on your screen now, through Sunset, that long right-hander up past the Boma, through up towards the clubhouse. To the left-hander, and then through the S's. He's going to come up through the S's now. And that is a heavy climb. You cannot see it on your screens, but it's a big climb up there. Then it sweeps down, another very quick rise. So still on board with LNR pace. If you've just joined the live stream, how's it going, guys? Welcome to race number 8 here from Kyalami. And just so great hearing from our viewers. Thanks, Wayne. Appreciate it. Still very, very new. What I want to try and do, folks, and we will get this right in season number 2, where we bring live guests in via a stream. But I'm going to go live very, very shortly to one of our amazing sponsors that brought us those cool prizes from RDSA, and of course from Black Ribbon Simulations. I'm going to try and cross over to him via old school telephone call. I'm going to bring him in very, very shortly. Richard Herring, up in Johannesburg, young man with lots of passion. He loves the sport of eSIM racing, and he brings in some amazing products, and we're going to try and get him online and get him live. So we might just turn the volume down of our race cars while we're on board with the guys. Now I think there's a bit of a quiet period before they pit in, and let's see if we can get hold of Richard in just a second. All right, so folks, if you've just joined us, a warm welcome. This is race number 8. It's the finals from Kyalami out in Midrand, Johannesburg. In fact, we've got quite a number of viewers at the moment. Welcome to the live stream, and thanks for joining us. And as I promised for the last 2 or 3 episodes, we are finally going to bring on, and albeit slightly different, we're going to bring him in old school on a telephone line. Remember those things, guys? Telephones, we used to have them back in the 80s and 90s. Well, we have got Mr. Black Ribbon Simulations online with us now. Richard, how's it going, my man?
good in yourself. I'm joining you from the Industrial Revolution over, as you said, I can't believe it myself, a telephone line. This is quite a surreal thing here. It's like a novelty almost.
Yeah. I mean, do you remember those things when guys used to phone in?
I'm born in the 80s, so I remember having a home phone, but I can't remember the last time I actually have it. And I've got a telecom line here, but nothing connected to it.
Listen, bud, good to have you on board with us. Thanks for joining us midway through a season. Online Outlaws definitely going places, and having guys like yourselves jumping on board through tough times. We're still under certain lockdown restrictions, and having sponsors come on board. Well done to you, my man. Hands down. If we had someone in the background in the studio, I'd ask them to clap some hands for you.
I appreciate that, Sean. Thank you so much for having me, man. It's been a little bit of a long road for us to get connected with this. We're hopefully going to sort out and iron out some of these technical issues. And, I believe we had a heavy echo, which is part and parcel of the reason we're coming to industrial revolutionary technology. But yeah, man, it's some racing in this country needed that. It still needs that shot in the arm that sponsors will bring, that little bits here and there can bring, and it's proved its worth in the other communities, especially the PC communities. Just a little bit of focus and attention here and there goes a long way. Race face has grown over the last couple of months, not even years, months.
Yeah.
I mean, they were big before. Look at what they did last weekend. 24-hour race in Kyalami. 24
massive.
hours. When were we in South Africa doing things like that before lockdown? I dare say it, and it's been said a couple of times, the best thing for this sport was unfortunately this pandemic. But now that we're coming on the other end of it, hopefully the attention and to use an investor term, hopefully that bubble's not going to pop. Hopefully this is now just the sport. This is now just what we have every weekend, every week.
Yeah, I mean, at the moment, up to 3 races a week. So it is incredible to see the growth of it. I mean, I come over, as you know, from the cycling industry, where we had to go online with most of our events. So it was a semi-easy transition for me to come and chat about probably my first love, and that's cars. And just looking at some of your catalogs over the last couple of months, Sherbert, man, we've got some viewers on at the moment, and if you guys have got any questions for Richard, please feel free to just type it up on the comments below, and I'll try and get Richard to answer it as best he can. But Richard, just give us a bit of a rundown as to what you guys do up in Johannesburg. Black Ribbon Simulations. I've seen some of your stuff. Incredible what you're bringing into the country at the moment.
Oh, awesome. Appreciate that, man. Well, think of it in a very short term as like the Take a Lot of Sim Racing. It's not a single product. It's not a single service. It's a place you can come if you need kind of everything to get started in the sport, or you're looking to just do niche upgrades where you need a button box, or you need a new steering wheel for your system or something. There'll be something there. And I mentioned the services. There's also the academy. There's the RDSA Academy, which is obviously the prizes that have been put forward for the drivers for the season for first, second, and third. And those are bespoke lessons that you'd have with an actual driving coach. This is not a guy who does it as a weekend pastime, every now and again. This is his actual job, is to sit and prepare racing cars and get drivers ready for nationals and all that kind of stuff. Andrew Rackstraw is his driver, if you will. He's his engineer, and if there's anything that's evidence in how the RDSA can train someone to drive, Andrew is that shining light of example that can show what a good amount of training and that bespoke training can give. And that's what the guys are going to win is time with Tristan sitting down, not a lesson plan laid out before them. This is where you're weak, this is where you're strong, and let's get you better next season. First place is, defending the Crown Masterclass, and third place is, you need to do better 101 basically. So there's something for all the guys. And then obviously the entire grid has a 5% off on their entire cart of anything Sparko from my store. That also includes special order items like Martini racing gear and all that kind of stuff. Through my affiliation, if you need it from Sparko, I can get it for you.
Sure, incredible. And in terms of simulations itself, anything from custom frames through to sashes, all that type of thing. I presume you do the full array of all the must-haves.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Like I said, there's a get you racing everything you could possibly need on either console or PC, and then we were able to say, I've got a lot of guys coming to me now, specifically with Fanatec releasing this new game-changing, €79 set of pedals.
Yeah.
Lots of guys coming to me now. So again, I think, when can you get these in? When can you bring them in? These are guys looking to just add this set of pedals to their system. There are other people who want the whole system, the whole aluminium rig, black anodized with the mount for the PC at the back, a mount that holds a curved monitor, a custom bracket for the seat. There's that individual as well, which is obviously also catered to. So it depends on your budget, really. You can go very serious, like my demo rig at Sparko's head office here in Johannesburg, or you can go something a little bit more nominal, where it's a little bit more fitting towards like a beginner's budget. And in sim racing, they often use the term enthusiast versus semi-professional.
Yeah.
In enthusiast, I thoroughly enjoy sitting down on my rig and driving, but I'm not an alien. I don't consider myself one of these guys who see this last weekend with the 24-hour smashing real-world lap times around this track in a game. For all intents and purposes, what is a game at the end of the day? But there's a lot of sway you can have in a budget, and if you really want to get the big boy rig, have a look at what the demo rig is at Sparko. And again, you're welcome. Please give me a shout. All my details are available. You can contact me through the website if you want to come and have a look at the demo rig. Please, what it's there for. And then obviously, if you want something a little bit more nominal, aluminium frame with the Logitech G29, that's obviously doable as well. There's a service and an option for anyone, really.
Very cool. Well, folks, if you have just joined us, we're on live with Old School Live with Richard Herring from Black Ribbon Sim, and we're just chatting about checking out his website, blackribbonsim.com. Very easy. Go and check out what he does. Richard, racing tonight from Kyalami. We chatted very briefly last night. Kyalami is it's a special track, 16 turns, based up in Midrand. I know that both of us chatted, and we've both been around that circuit. It just holds something special, and to have our final season, final race of the season there, it's just absolutely incredible.
It's something to be said about being and I mean, I think a lot of people can share this sentiment. As a South African, we don't get a lot of media exposure and these big things. Like I personally, I had a fat giggle in one of the Avenger movies when Hulk smashes up Johannesburg.
Yeah.
It was a good novelty to see, a bit of Johannesburg in a movie. But to be able to drive this in the game and experience it and go and do this whenever you want, to know that I live, Sean, literally close enough that when the last year's 9 hour was happening and the highway was nice and quiet, I could hear the cars on the track. Yeah. I can't see the track from where I live, but I could hear the cars.
Yeah.
So I mean, I'm close enough where the novelty of I'm sitting in my rig, which is right next to me here, but I'm driving at something that's like 5 Ks down the road.
Yeah.
The novelty for me is still huge, and I'm sure a lot of people still feel the same. Maybe not some of the guys who's just done the 24-hour. They're probably sick to death of the thing, but a track like this being such a historical track for South Africa, now being in the game and such a true representation is. Yeah. I personally love it. I get very excited whenever we do racing here. It's a lot of fun. It's a very fun track to just spectate, to commentate on, to drive on. It's just a dope track.
So if we're talking about tracks and hearing the passion in your voice, what is your favorite track now? Now, a lot of guys, I'll tell you straight away, Mount Panorama always comes up. Give us some other names, bud.
Give us another name. Well, it's funny. I can almost hear Kaylin Mawa pace in my ear also say, you at Mount Panorama, because the mountain is probably my favorite place in the whole wide world to do racing. But the very, very close second is Spa Frankenstein. And not so much the new one. The new one's great. but that old 70s variant that crops up in some games.
Yeah.
Man, that thing is so fast and so dangerous. Like, guys back in the 70s had another kind of stones for racing on circuits like that. And as well, Lamar holds a deeply special place in my heart. That's a race I, without fail, watch the full 24 hours of. I'll sit there, like, eating from the eyeball, so tired that I will be
just
watching.
To watch it, yeah.
It's just that kind of thing for me, you know. It's something I'll introduce my kid to when he's old enough to appreciate it and not get bored of it, kind of thing. But, you know, a 24-hour race for a 1-year-old might be a bit much. But yeah, like, Lamar is definitely one of them. And Brands Hatch. I think Brands Hatch is one that doesn't get enough attention, especially that it's in everything. I mean, it's in all the games.
It's in every game,
absolutely bloody every racing sim.
Yeah.
But more often than not, people don't like it. Referencing George, if he ever does get to watch the stream, good friend of mine, G-Max, doesn't like Brands Hatch. You know, it's just one of those tracks that maybe not everyone's flavor.
Yeah.
Personally, for me, I think there's the Mountain Spa and Brands are probably my favorite sprint circuits, hands down.
That's good to hear that. Obviously, the Mountain comes up often. We started off the season, our first season at the Mountain. I spent a lot of laps just testing because obviously I was fairly new to ACC. But yeah, incredible stuff. And you hear that popping up quite a lot. Mountain first, Spa definitely comes up all the time. And Brands Hatch, you snuck one on me there. Also not my favorite track. Guys, if you're watching us, I see there's quite a bit of viewers at the moment. What's your favorite track? Let us know. I also love Kyalami. I've been around there in a BMW many years ago. In the good days of South African motorsport, and I'm going to get burned for that right now. But
back in its a big corporate heyday, sponsorships and everyone and their dog having enough money to run a touring car. No, I remember those days. I remember those days quite well. Spending time at Kyalami with my dad when he was running his racing team, and God, all the big petrol suppliers, all the motor dealers, everyone had a car there basically. And
it was manufacturers. I mean, it was insane to have manufacturers. I was chatting to just before he left for, I think he's moved to New Zealand if I'm not mistaken, Mike Briggs.
Yes.
You can get close to those guys. It was literally, you'd go stand in your line with your poster or your flag and you wanted to get it signed off. You had to actually stand in a queue and wait for them. It's very different days now. You can walk into any pit anywhere in this country and just go chat to the guys. It's very normal these days. So
everything's very accessible, which I think has done a lot to make motorsport more youth friendly. Again, as my dad calls it, it got a bit old fogey at a point. Very windbreaker anorak. Oh, this is the way it gets done, and kind of excluding a lot of the younger crowd because they don't really care for that old fogey mentality. But you can definitely see, like, especially something I saw at the 9 hour, which made my heart really, really happy, was like, as a kid, like you mentioned, you can't really get close to these guys, especially when Williams used to come and test here. I was fortunate enough to meet them through a friend's father. He had some good connections, but for someone who didn't have these connections, to get access to the pits and meet two Formula One was just unheard of, beyond you just don't hear things like that. Yeah. But at the 9 hour, at the first one they had, when obviously spectators were allowed, during the pit walk, the drivers were actually pushing, move aside, let the kid come through, and kids walking around trying to get autographs and stuff like that were being ushered very, very quickly to the front of absolutely every single line. It wasn't just like a one or two, it was like a grid-wide agreement that kids are priority to be spoken to and interacted with, and it was very, very cool to see, because you can see the excitement in some of these kids. It's like, that's what Shasta Racing, they're just here to meet the guy, kind of thing.
100%, and that
I think that's gone a long way to improving the youth appeal to motorsport.
Because that produces the next young driver that comes along. It's meeting his hero. It's the same as any other sport, really. Mountain biking, rugby. You meet that hero and he chats to you. Growing up, I grew up, like you were just saying now, next to the track. I got Kyalami Race Circuit is 4 k's away. If the wind blows correct, back in the day when there was no restrictions, it was the most incredible sound. I could live there if I could. So I know exactly what you're talking about.
Away all the time.
Yeah. Listen, Rich, it's great to have you on board. I really, and I've been telling our viewers that for season 2, I'm going to try and rope you in to come and co-host with me a couple of races.
Oh, dead keen. Dead keen. I'm sure some of your viewers probably know I have tried my hand a number of times at the commentary thing, and I do thoroughly enjoy it. It's
lovely stuff.
A solid hobby of mine. So please, like once we get some of our gremlins out the wings, if you want to call it anything, then we will definitely be teaming up for some of these
I tell you what, it'd be awesome to have you live with us at a couple of races if you've got the time. I know that you've got a young man. I have also 2 of them that sneak into the commentating booth here every now and then to say good night. So I know the feeling.
Yes.
We would love to have you, and I can tell you now, it would take our league to the next level to have a guy like yourself on duty with me. Let's chat about motorsport. We got guys out there now. RTA Donkey still leading the race, 31 laps in. We got Alain Pace right behind him. These guys have had such a great race, and if I'm not mistaken, I think both of them came off the 24 hours over the weekend, so they've only had a day and a half to rest.
Pacey's actually one of mine, so I'm just going to go ahead and actually, he's one of the drivers who drives under the initial quite large team that we had. So there's no bias for who's in second place right now. So no bias whatsoever. So
yeah, well, it's definitely
hoping to see him slay some dragons tonight.
It's definitely right now as it stands. It's Cape Town versus Johannesburg. Cape Town first, Johannesburg second at the moment. So not holding anyone to it at the moment.
Don't hold trust in that, because I'll have him in my ear. He'll be calling me, telling me, see, Cape Town people are faster.
Listen, Stefan Wessels has had a fantastic season. This dude is also going to become a dad very, very shortly. Mandy's
good stuff,
Mandy's very close at the moment, and Stefan Wessels, what a guy! I tell you what, I'm dying to meet Kalen. I haven't met him yet, but I'm planning a trip up to Joburg to come and meet you lads, and we'd love to get together with you guys before we go into our season 2, which I can tell you now is going to be a winner.
Awesome stuff, man. Well, thank you so much for having me, man. It was really good to actually finally link up and chat on stream and let the guys know what's going on. Obviously, I mean, some people might know what's going on, others don't know. There's some new products coming, so if you are interested in expanding your rig, please keep an eye on the site. There's some very, very cool locally made and Germany made hardware coming in the next couple of weeks, so please keep an eye on those.
Yeah, awesome stuff. And I think in the future, in round season 2, we might just ask you to do some very quick reviews, maybe bring the product into studio. We'll have a quick look and we'll run through it. I'm pretty sure there's a lot of guys like myself very interested. We don't even know where to start, and I can tell you what, to just have someone talking you through it, it just takes you to the next level. So let's chat. Good stuff, Rich. Appreciate your time. I know you're a busy man and a new dad as well, newish dad.
I'm gonna go have some dinner now, so now my time to eat.
Yeah, good stuff. Great chatting to you. Thanks for coming on board.
Likewise. Thank you so much for having me, man.
Good stuff, mate. Have a good one from all of us. Have a good one. Cheers, bud. Cheers.
Ciao.
Well, that was Richard Herring from Black Ribbon Simulations up in Johannesburg. It was great to have him online with us, and as I said, the old-fashioned way, the way we used to do broadcasting back in the day, bring them in via telephone. Let's get back to the racing. RTA Donkey still up in first place at the moment after 32 laps. I'm going to bring the volume back of the cars. Let's go live down to them. And to Richard Herring from Black Ribbon, very, very appreciative of your time this evening. If you've just joined us, folks, that was a very good friend of ours and a co-sponsor to some very awesome prizes that's going to come out later this evening, and of course to the guys that might need some simulation training. You heard what he was talking about. They do some amazing work, the guys from RDSA coaching, and Richard just getting back to me via WhatsApp, saying to me, very, very old school, getting me on a phone call. But hey, listen, it worked. We've been struggling with little gremlins in the background, folks. It's only me grabbing all the buttons and pushing all the knobs, and let me tell you, it gets slightly overwhelming when you're alone in a studio, and you've got to make everything work. So it was great chatting to Richard. Thanks very much for your time, and go and check out their website. I'll actually just pop the link in through on the comments below. blackribbonsim.com. They do some amazing stuff. In fact, just looking at the Sparco gloves and boots just gets me quite nostalgic back to my old racing days at Kyalami down here in Milnerton, very close to where I stay. So, Mr. Sabata, just RTA just dominating. Yeah, they are dominating. And let me tell you, Safa in third place, car number 55, car number 27, the Ferrari RTA Donkey out in first place, and on board with Eleanor Pace at the moment in second place. Man, oh man, it's a long race this, and let me tell you, some of these guys have come off that 24-hour race this weekend. So lots and lots of time in the seat at the moment. Let's go through the guys and see what's happening. There we go, just talking about Kyle Lewis stays in RTA. Safa, car number 55 in third place at the moment. At one stage, he had Werner all over the tail end of that car, but it looks like he's fallen off quite drastically at the moment. Skitty one up into fifth place now. Alwyn, you better get into fifth place. I need that 100 Rand wager that I took with your boot. Tyron, thanks also for joining us. Also just thanking us for the nice chat with Richard Herring from Black Ribbon Simulations. Go and check them out, please, guys. They the guys that look after us, let's look after them. There we go, talking about sponsors. On board with one of our co-sponsors at the moment. There we go, we're going to go on to him in just a second. Mr. Alvin Sykes, the gentleman of our sport and the gentleman of this league. Great guy, and always great to just have a catch up with him during the week. As we down into the final hour of racing here from Kyalami. Track temperature 19 degrees. As we go into full night, you can see the LED lights on the Bentley lighting up the race circuit here in Midrand. Oh, thank you, Richard. And there we go, Owen Sykes into pits at the moment. Let's go on to RTA Stiganator, another one of our friends, and one of the guys that's helped us put the studio together with some fancy networking gizmos and gadgets. This is Alan van Graan, car number 18, up to 7th place at the moment. JWO Pace, good to have him with us this evening. Car number 447. You can see how wide that Bentley is. And just running it wide there at the moment. In 9th position, you can see up on the front windscreen, you see the current lap position, pitting happening all over the place now. Eleanor Pace still out there, but into the pits now. The donkey man himself, Pace, now in first place. What is he going to do? We know he's good on tyres from other series. He knows how to maintain fuel. He knows how to maintain tyres. Skitty one goes into third, but still needs to pit. Donkey taking on probably a lot of fuel. Pace still out there. Right, there we go. Car number 9, a stop and go. That was Parki Farki. The young man from Nigel. It's good to see him here tonight. I know he also has to work night shifts every now and then. Good to see him racing with us this evening. Back to Mr. Semcrete himself, Alvin Sykes. Let's have a look if we can go across to him quickly. There we go, up on your screen now, Alvin Sykes. In the other Bentley. Alvin, you need to make up another space here. We need to get you in the top 5. Myself and your brother Tyrone. Got a 100 Rand wager on it. I need you to be in the top 5. I want to take that 100 Rand home this evening. We'll stick around till a little bit later. One of our drivers is going to win himself a very cool online Outlaws. It's one of a kind t-shirt, proudly brought to you by the man up on your screen at the moment. He's proudly gifted it to the series and to one of the lucky winners. TJN Simulators, as I said, and Track Art also gifting us with very, very cool gifts for our championship leader. He'll get his prize awarded to him either later this evening or sometime during the week. There will be photos and possibly a video online that we can watch that. Right. RTA Donkey back on the track at the moment. P2 after pitting. And in our pace, not yet pitted. So, just for you, Richard Herring, we've got Eleanor Pace in first place at the moment. Joburg 1, Cape Town 2. And Audi out in first now. Car number 11. Second at the moment, RTA Donkey in that Ferrari. New colours this evening. And 54 minutes and 20 seconds remaining of this endurance style race. Great to have all our sponsors on board, and of course great to have actually finally spoken to Richard Herring from Black Ribbon Simulations. We did it old school. If you've just joined us, I see there's a couple of new viewers. How's it, guys? Welcome to the stream here. This is race number 8 down at Kyalami, Midrand. And we had the honor of speaking to one of our sponsors. And all around amazing dude. He loves motorsport as much as I do. Grew up around it. You might have heard his conversation that we had when he went live. Growing up very close to Kyalami, he could hear the cars racing like the 9 hour last year. I had a very similar growing up very close to Kyalami race circuit, and through winter when the wind changed a certain direction you could hear it. It was a beautiful sound to hear cars racing around a circuit. Right, 35 seconds down is RTA Donkey. Let's see what he does. He's an exceptional sim racer, but so is Kalen Mauer So let's see what Kalen can do. Kalen is yet to make a pit stop. And there we go. We were just wondering what was going to happen. Just put onto him very quickly. Into pits now. Pitting in. There we go. Pitting in at the moment. We're just wondering. Let's see. Here comes on your screen now. You'll see Donkey coming through. All right, and he claims first place again from Eleanor Pace, who decided to put a lap down. There we go. P1 at the moment for RTA Donkey. Zero 1 being flashed on his windscreen. There we go. Just going to move over to Pace. He's back out on course at the moment. So Kalen, while in pit lane, just quickly typing a message to us saying, can someone pop Donkey's tires? Right, Parky Farky, blue flag is out for him now as LNR Pace, Kalen Mao, is on a charge at the moment. And he's going to do the right thing and move aside to let a charging LNR Pace come through. Yeah, there we go. Moving right out of his way. So 49 minutes to go for race number 8. Yeah, at Kyalami, Midrand, South Africa. Not many of our overseas drivers joining us this evening. Most of our local drivers are here at Kyalami. We're on board with car number 11, LNR Pace. Kalen Mao out of Johannesburg. A phenomenal eSIM racer, and he is chasing hard at the moment. He's just put in 4 seconds on that last lap. He's chasing RTA Donkey 27, currently the champion for season 1, but Kalen's not going to give up right now. He still wants the points. Just to run through those points very quickly, 224 points for the Donkey 27 after 7 rounds. Kalen Pace, Kalen 146. Skitty, and he is currently lying in 3rd place with 102 points. Then Ben from the Canary Islands, the Frenchman, he's in 4th place with 68 points. RTA Safa, who's been running really well this evening, now currently in 5th place at the moment, and also 5th in our overall point standings. In 6, AR Outlaws. Missing him tonight. Mr. Repsol, where are you? Anton Repsol with 58 points. Alvin Sykes, he's out on the race circuit at the moment with 47 points. Mer Tempo, our Australian friend, he is out this evening in 8th with 44 points. And then AC Matwa, missing him tonight in 9th overall, also tying there with points at 44 points with Wagner, who's out on the circuit at the moment, currently in 4th place in the Ferrari with 24 points. Right, welcome back after that quick break. And live action here from Kyalami out in Midrand, South Africa, on board with Skitty One. Mr. Skitter, car number 13, the only McLaren out there at the moment. And great to have him here with us this evening for the final round. And also going to walk away in 3rd in the championship points for season number 1 of the online Outlaws eSIM League Racing. Let's run through the field very quickly. That was 3rd place. In 4th we've got RTA Wagner, car number 77. Good to have him here racing with us there. Up on your screen at the moment is Mr. Vanna Pretorius. You'll see him coming up there through Cheetah into turn number 16. As he heads up on to the straight, he's chasing at the moment down into 5th position. It's RTA Safa. This is Carl Oosthuizen from Meyersdal in Johannesburg in the Mercedes-Benz AMG car number 55. Beautiful colors here. Now you can see him there on your screen at the moment. And just coming through turns 2 and 3. That big climb up to Sunset. Here we go. As they come up to the Boma, he's going to overtake here now. Making it stick through that long right-hander that's called Sunset. As they come up to the clubhouse there on your right-hand side. Beautiful through this part of the circuit. Very different at night time though. And just going to have a look. It is starting to lighten up again. They've got through most part of complete darkness. If you've only joined us, we've gone from daytime through into night. We're going to go back into light. There you can see it's dusk now at the moment. Notice it just creeping through while on board with RTA Safa. Let's go to Alwyn Sykes. You can start seeing the cars a lot better now. It's been pitch dark for the last good part of the last 48 to 50 minutes. The guys racing through the night here at Kyalami. On board there with Mr. Semcrete. And I think I owe, well, we've got 14 minutes to go, but I think I'm going to have to post a 100 Rand note up to Tyrone Sykes. Still on board. Oh, and taking it, oh, getting it wide there. Alwyn Sykes, what are you doing to me, bud? And you can see it getting light very quickly now as Alwyn comes through turn number 16, Ingwe corner, up onto the straightaway. Let's go have a quick look at another one of my good mates. His car is looking bruised and battered. It's car number 18, the Stiganator himself. Well, he's had possibly not the best run here at Kyalami. And his car's not easy to drive. You've got to know a thing or two about racing. You've got to spend a lot of time in the simulator to get up to grip and get up to speed with these cars. And you can see how light is getting very quickly now. And getting it wrong again. You can see that tail is just super loose. Hard luck there, Mr. Stiganator. Adam van Graan. It's gone to one of the young lads from Nigel. We're going to go on to him. There we go. His car up on screen now. Car number 9. Another Ferrari. Parki Farki. Yeah, that's right, folks. If you've just joined us, you heard right. It's Parki Farki. In car number 9. Currently in P8. We're going to quickly run down to J00 Pace. I know him from some of the other scenes currently. but he is out here tonight joining us in the Bentley. There we go, up on your screen now at the moment. There we go. I'm glad to see there's still some guys sitting watching, and it's 22:10. I've been sitting in front of screens since 7 this morning. So thanks, Mr. Sabata, just keeping me entertained there. Parky Farky. Mikey Frimpraiki. Love it. Come on, guys, if there's anybody else out there, leave me a message or two. Let us know your favorite course. We spoke to Richard Herring early on, and pretty much the courses that always come up when you ask the sim racers what their favorites are. While we head back to current leader RTA Donkey 27. Just getting back to what Richard was saying, I asked him the question, what's your favorite circuit? And not surprising, the number one answer was his number one answer. It's the Mount Panorama. It is an incredible racing circuit. Love watching the supercars racing out, the V8 Australian V8 supercars, and what an honor it is to get to ride either ACC or any of the other simulators out at Mount Panorama. And then of course his second choice was Spa. So and then Brands Hatch, probably not one of my best circuits. I know why a lot of people don't enjoy it. It's a tricky, very fast track. You've got to know exactly what you're doing on that track, but it is a very short circuit, very quick. So if you're still listening to the feed, let us know what your favorite track is. And if you are watching this race in its entirety, we've got 35 minutes to go. Who's your favorite driver of the season? Who's your favorite driver here at Kyalami? RTA Donkey has dominated the season from all the way from, I think it was the beginning of February when we started at Mount Panorama. We're just talking about Mount Panorama. Alan R. Pace has had an exceptional season again. Remember, these guys don't only race this league. They've got a few leagues that they race in. They're always interactive. They're always chatting to us and letting us know what's going on. So, Mr. Pace, always great having you at the racing, my man. RTA Wagner at the moment in third place. It's good to have him racing today. Wagner Pretorius. I know through the midway through the season, I didn't see him for a while. I'm not too sure exactly what happened there. He might have had connection problems. I know that I think one or two we had problems with Eskom, with load shedding. But it's great that everything's running smoothly this evening. We've got new sound thanks to Botner's Music, Carl van Heerden. Thank you for helping us out. Giving us really great pricing on new studio mics. Also to Semcrete for helping out with getting the studio sorted out. Of course, Stefan Wessels that we're on board with now at the moment, just the technical guy. He knows a lot about the technical side of things, helping us out. Of course, Alan van Graan, Kyle Oosthuizen, Anton Repsel for making that first call in December. Anton, if you are watching, thanks very much, brother. We do appreciate it. And then Alan van Graan also helping me out in the back end, just trying to make all the things work, all the buttons and everything that has to go on to make these live feeds work. If you'd asked me in December or Jan, Shauno, would you do a live feed? I would think you're talking about cows being fed. I didn't know anything about feeding live or live feeding. And here I am feeding live right now. And as I said, Got Richard Herring on board this evening via old school phone call, but we made it work. We've twisted his arm proper. We're gonna get him involved for season 2 as a co-commentator, or a special guest commentator. There we go. Now there's a track that I was going to mention to Richard earlier, Silverstone. Thanks, Mr. Sibata, for getting back to us there. So also the mountain first, then Silverstone and Zolder. Zolder is a great track. I spent some time on Zolder before we headed over there, before I had to commentate it. Great track to race. And I must admit, I'm a big fan of the current track that we're on. 31 minutes in, now the time's starting to move on. As the morning sun comes up in the east of Johannesburg, up from the Pretoria side. And right next to us, Vorno Valley, if you don't know the Midrand area, Kyalami State area. On board with Mr. Eleanor Pace now, our number 2 driver here today, and number 2 on our overall standings, coming into race number 8 here this evening. And always great hearing this car. The morning sun, that golden hour, catching everything on that car. Just have a look at how clean that car is. Let's go back to a guy like Mr. Stiganator, who's had a rough day out there. Actually, car not looking too bad. Morning sun catching it there. It'll be on your screen in just a second. There we go. You can see the scuff marks. He's had a tough time. Currently P9 at the moment. We're going to head on to J00 Pace in P8, car number 447, the second of the Bentleys. All right, there we go. And then number 7. Now, we were just talking about what the cars look like. Look at the scuffing on this car. Mr. Parki Farki, he's had a rough couple of laps. In fact, 49 laps in, that car is looking bruised and battered. Quickly heading down into 6th place, and one of the guys that I'm rooting for to catch one more position, and I'm not sure he's going to make it happen in 29 minutes, but let's see. Anything can happen. It's Albert 80, or Alwyn Sykes as I know him. Up on your screen now, that beautiful Bentley coming towards you. Car number 25. It's Alwyn Sykes, Semcrete, one of our sponsors that is just getting the blue flag to move out of the way of Eleanor Pace, who's pacing past him now. There you can see the blue flag out, and he just moves over to the side to let Eleanor Pace through. You'll see it now as he just heads over to his left hand side. And as I say, the gentleman of our series, Mr. Semcrete himself, Alwyn Sykes, one of our partners to this racing season. There you go, up on your screen at the moment, Semcrete. You can go check what they do. Manufacturers of distinctive decorative coatings. And thanks for coming on board. Thanks for all the help that you've put into the season to make it work. We really, really appreciate it. Without you, a lot of the stuff wouldn't have been able to be done. Of course, as we said early on, right from the beginning, we've had TGN Racing Simulators on board. Werner and his crew, their sister company Track Art, that our overall winner will take home that track art gift pack, race gift pack. It's really, really cool. Go check out what they do online. Of course, the guys from Jamtech, Mr. Stiganator, who's having a very rough time out there today, but he's helped us out big time when it comes to putting the live streams on. Don't hear much from the guys these days. I think they sort of leave it up to me to soldier on and get it done. Then we spoke to Richard earlier. It was our first time having a live caller in studio. Next time we'll have him up on screen from Johannesburg. I'm here in Cape Town. There we go. RDSA, one of the prizes. You can go off to the academy to go and actually get proper race setups done, car setups, and of course to teach you how to race your sim and get you into a better position. That of course comes from the guys Richard Herring and his team at Black Ribbon Simulations. Thank you very much for coming on midway through the season, and thanks for having a chat this evening. It was great having you on board. Just running through our guys very, very quickly. We want to get back to the race action. Digital brands, the on-air sign up above that you see sometimes in the my Facebook live posts that I do, just talking about the race, and we're going to have a green screen made up for race number 2 so we can have the commentators and the guys in studio that will come up on your screen. Yeah, gotta love the Boatley. And there we go, our final sponsor that came on board literally 4 days ago, Botner's Music, Paul Botner Music. They are nationally based musical instruments and studio recording and live. And I got myself completely tongue-tied because I'm tired, and it's just great to have such amazing race cars out there at the moment. There we go. Thanks to Paul Botner. We do appreciate what you've done, Carl van Heerden, and of course Alvin Sykes for helping me out. We have got proper studio equipment. We're still trying to dial it in. It's like a race car. You've got to dial it in properly and make sure everything works properly. Let's go have a look. 54 laps down. 25 minutes on the button to go. Car number 27. It's the donkey. I think he's going to have to change that name, because he's no donkey at all. Right, there we go. Quick drinks break. Thanks to, well, we wish we had a sponsor like that. Monster Energy Drinks would have kept me awake. But thanks to Council Water, we do appreciate it. On tap and always cold. And still on board with RTA Donkey, 27 points leader. In fact, our champion for Season 1. And we're going to move on through the grid again. Eleanor Pace in second place. The young man from Johannesburg. There we go. In the Audi, car number 11. Good to see Werner also having a really, really great race. Werner Pretorius, car number 77. RTA Werner. Now, where's all our RTA fans? Raise up your hands and give your guys a shout out, RTA. I see we got 1 or 2 viewers joining us, new viewers. If you've just joined us for the first time, thank you very much. You have joined us on our final race of the season. This is race number 8 from Kyalami out in Midrand, Johannesburg. This has been a long endurance race for these guys. Some of these guys spending 24 hours over the weekend and back here this evening for the finals. Yeah, Richard, I must admit, I was going to ask you about Silverstone when you were talking about it, and it also has never been a friend of mine. It is just such a tricky track to race on. Zolder, I do agree, absolutely stunning raceway, but Silverstone, man, oh man. The English tracks always just seem to be, their turns are just, not my favourite. I'm probably going to get grilled for this. Brands Hatch, Silverstone, Donington Park, but I do love them, don't get me wrong. They just are very, very tricky. You can get it wrong so quickly. Right, moving on to the skitty one, Sean Skitter. Car number 13, the only McLaren out there. And coming up, you'll see the Boma up ahead in the distance. There we go, there's the Boma. It means he's coming up to Sunset. That's that long right-handing sweep. It then climbs up to the clubhouse, into that left-hander, into the S's. Then a final dip down before that final climb. Yeah, Maggots and Beckett's corner, those famous corners. And I must admit, thanks guys, you've kept me well entertained. It gets rather lonely in this little booth called the commentating box. Nice to be interactive these days, being able to chat to you guys. And let me tell you, old school was actually cool with Richard. If you ever want to phone in and have a chat, like old school radio station, please phone me. I'll put my number out there and we'll get you live and on air and we can chat about your favorite circuits. Right, with 19 minutes to go, we've got a couple of minutes to chat before it gets to the latter stages of our race meeting here at Kyalami. Now that we've got our race circuits out of the way, let's chat cars very quickly. We've got 4.5 minutes to chat about cars. The last 15 minutes, let's concentrate on our racing. Skitty one, getting it very wide. That car seems very loose at the moment. All right. Right, guys, we've got 5 minutes to chat about cars. We said that Mount Panorama is probably the most awesome circuit. Let's talk cars. First, second, and third. Cars that you love to drive. Cars that you'd love to drive in real life. But I think for now, seeing that it's eSIM racing, your favorite car on a sim platform. And then maybe a second question is, if you had endless budget, what would be your real life dream car to race and at what circuit? So let's say you had all the bucks in the world to go to Mount Panorama. What would you want to take with you in real life to go take around there? Now, I for one am a massive fan of Australian supercars, and I'd love to take one of those Holdens around there. So not my dream car, just a car that I'd love to take around the mountain. Right, get going, guys. Bentley 1, Bentley 2, and Godzilla 3. Mr. Sabata, I'm getting worried about you, bud. Let's move on to RTA Sapphire as I wait for some more guys to respond. There we go, on board with Kyle Westhuizen, RTA Sapphire, car number 55. Also a great car. Mercs have had a tough season though. I'm just putting it out there. And I know without a doubt a guy like Kyle Westhuizen will probably admit to it, and so would Stiganator. Maybe all got to do with setup. It's got the power, you can see it in the straightaways. Yeah, so interesting there. Just the GTR and Bentley. Bentley becomes lighter. Sorry, it becomes quicker the lighter it gets. So obviously with the fuel load getting lower, it actually gets quicker. Where the GTR becomes a bit more skittish. Anyone else have that issue? Anyone else that's on this live feed? Maybe give us some feedback there. Alright, track temperature up to 24 degrees now. We've got under 15 minutes of race time left. We're on board with RTA Sapphire, Kyle Westhuizen, car number 55. I'm going to head on to, if I can, onto Alvin Sykes from Semcrete, one of our amazing sponsors of the season 1. There we go, in the distance, in the Bentley. And Mr. Sabata is a big fan of the Bentley. I gotta admit, it does look quite sweet coming past the camera. On board now with Alvin Sykes. Here we go. Oh, and just getting it very, very wide. I'm just making it stick though. Not losing the tail. That's the nice thing about it. It is quite grounded on the rear end of that car. And just catching up with some of our viewers very quickly, just typing back to them. Yeah, just having a quick chat about the Mercedes-Benz. They are rather loud. In fact, it has got the most awesome sound. As we're on board still with the Bentley, and just looks like he's having a rough time keeping that car. It just seems like the back end is very, very lively at the moment. We did hear early on that the car gets lighter, it becomes quicker, so it might just be getting a bit of happiness from the tail end of that car at the moment. But let's see who else we got on circuit still. In fact, our 9 starters. We've got 9 people still out there. 12 minutes left. Remember, we've got 3 caps to give away to our drivers that are out there, all our local drivers. In fact, there are only local drivers. And we've got 1 shirt that's going to go out. I'm going to randomly put all the car numbers into a randomizer on my computer, and I'm going to press buttons. And whatever number comes up, that's the person that wins those 3 caps. And then that very cool t-shirt, the Online Outlaws t-shirt. Okay, so on board with P7, this is Parky Farky, and here comes Mr. Eleanor Pace. The blue flag is out. He runs the car quite wide. Tyron, as much as I'd love to say that on air, I'm just not gonna say it this time around. I think there's a lot more people watching us, and I want to keep my job for season 2. And there we go. Eleanor Pace, the blue flag will be out now for Parky Farky. He moves to the side, to the left-hand part of the circuit. You'll see it now up on your screen. And there's the blue flag coming out. He pulls aside to let Mr. Pace come through. And looking further up the field, RTA Donkey out on 62 laps. 10 minutes and 50 seconds remaining from the Midrand area of Johannesburg, and of course Kyalami Circuit. This was round number 8. It's almost in the bag, and I can tell you RTA Donkey probably cannot wait to finish and go take a break. All right, here's an interesting one. So we've got Richard putting some claims down here. 10 minutes to take off, 6 seconds off Vadner Pretorius. It will put Skitty 1, who's currently lying 3rd overall in the points, back into 3rd here at Kyalami. There we go. Let's just have a look if we can see where Vadner is. Yeah, he's in sight at the moment. And we know that Skitty 1 has got some proper talent. He's fought every part of tonight's race. It hasn't been an easy one. It's the only McLaren out there, car number 13. Right, there we go. We're going to stay on board with Skitty 1 now. We're going to see what times he can do. Coming up to that Boma into Sunset. That's turn number 6. It's a long right-hander as they go up to the clubhouse. There we go, Richard. Had to look twice. I was wondering if we were watching Online Outlaws or if we were watching Top Gun. Talking about the Iceman. Oh, here he comes. onto the main straight with 7 minutes and 40 seconds to go. Tyron Sykes, you must never delete a message, my man. Never, ever. Take it like a man. It's good to have viewers and guys commenting online. We do appreciate it, and it's been a fantastic season 1. Lots to learn, lots to take in, and lots to make right for season number 2. But we've had a fun one from being asked in late December. I get a phone call from Mr. Repsol. He's not racing yet tonight. In fact, he's been very quiet lately. Phoning me out of the blue. I was at Kyalami, strangely enough, that afternoon at the racetrack, and he just asked if I'd like to commentate some online racing. I said yes, of course. Little did I know I was going to be doing all the stream and the broadcasting. But here we go, 3-4 months later, 5 months later, having loads and loads of fun, having all of you guys been able to chat to me live here. I'm in Cape Town, in what used to be a garage, now basically a full studio, because there's a lot more to come. And we'll be doing some very cool reviews of some very cool products very shortly from the studio. We might even do some live stuff as we're watching these long stint races. 5 minutes 58 into this race, still on Skiddy 1. Let's see what he can do. Still on 6 seconds, 6.3 seconds out. So Richard, I don't know if he's going to be able to pull this one off, but anything can happen. Yeah, let's chat to Stefan about the jitters on the server. Be interesting to find out what that is. Right, 5 minutes to go. Here we go. 5 minutes up on screen at the moment. Quick drinks break before we go into the final couple of minutes of this race. Right, let's move on to running through the board very quickly. Eleanor Pace maintaining that second place in the Audi. Going to move on quickly to Werner, car number 77, the Ferrari. There we go, up on your screen at the moment. He has got a charging Skiddy 1, who would have liked to have taken a third yet today. I think they've got about one more lap to go to make it work. Well, there we go, in sight of each other at the moment. Onto Skiddy 1, Sean Skitter. Alright, so coming up to the top of the hill. Let's see what Skiddy 1 does as he goes through down the mine shaft. Got to have some proper balls to put the throttle all the way down to the floorboards here. as he comes into the crocodile section. There we go. Let's just have a look at his time. I'm then going to move over to back to donkey and to LNR pace. He's put a second into it, Richard. And I can tell you now, Vanna would know that he's there. But he seems like he probably has this in the bag. He seems very comfortable. I've moved over to him already. There we go, up on your screen now. Vanna Pretorius. And making the car as wide as possible, but also getting the car as wide as possible. You don't want to get it over that rumble strip as he just did there now. There we go. He's taken off another 400th of a second. Skitty one. He's charging hard. Right, here we go. We're going to go back to RTA Donkey. Car number 27. Here we go. And coming to the top of the hill as they come down the mine shaft. You're now entering the mine shaft. It is probably one of the fastest, quickest descents in the international circuits. And coming up for 35 seconds to go. Right. There we go. Coming up now, our leader, Stefan Wessels, will come up for his final lap to take yet another victory for season 1 of the Online Outlaws. This is race number 8 from Kyalami. For the last time in tonight's race, I'm just going to take us back to Johannesburg resident LNR Pace, Karen Mauer, car number 11, that Audi. Always a beautiful sounding car, and always great to watch this young man race. Let's have a look quickly at Wagner and see what he's doing. Right, he's got Skitty one really hunting him down really hard now. And I know that Richard's been shouting out for Skitty to catch him. We're into the final lap here. And as you see him come through the turn here, you can see both cars in your screen. As he comes through turn 1, turn 2 and 3. All right, there we go. So moving away very quickly, and RTA Donkey has just crossed the line to take yet another victory. There we go. He's gone across the line. Let's go back to LNR Pace to take second place. Here we go on my screen. He's into the final corner. And he's going to come across and take the line. There we go. The checkered flag out for second place. Let's make some noise, guys. If you're following us online, leave your comments. What did you think about the race? And Wagner is going to make that third position, podium position. He's going to make it stick. Coming through the Crocs now. I'm just going to see where your feed is at the moment. Yeah, here we go. The last 2 or 3 turns. To the folks that are out there, thanks for joining us. Do appreciate the comments. We've loved having you guys with us. Here we go. He's made it work. Well done, Werner Pretorius. You've done a great job. Right, the server has cut me out. I wanted to do that lucky draw. I think what I'm going to do is chat to Alvin while all the guys do their crazy donuts. I think what we should do is do a live draw. So guys, just hang tight. What I want to do is I want to get Owen online and chat about it and see if we can do a live draw. So let's see what he has to say. I think for us now, it is 22 minutes past 10 o'clock on a Tuesday evening. Thanks for watching. I'm going to sign off in just 2 or 3 seconds. But to all our viewers, thanks for watching. It's been a great season 1. The Online Outlaws season number 1. This was the grand finale here from Kyalami, our home circuit here in South Africa. It never disappoints. Tonight never disappointed. RTA Donkey dominating the season and dominating this evening. Eleanor Pace in second, Vanna in third, Skitty 1 in fourth, but holding on to his third position overall. Well done to every single driver that raced this season, raced their hearts out. It's been really awesome commentating the series, and thanks to all our amazing sponsors. To Richard, thanks for joining us this evening. We look forward to seeing you in the next season, round number 2, or season number 2 at least. We'll obviously be announcing those dates very soon. I'm going to end off here by saying, guys, you have done a really great job. Okay, looks like Alvin wants to do the lucky draw right now. I was going to do a live post where I actually go live, but as in live where you actually get to see me. But Mr. Sykes, hold on a second. I'll keep the feed running. In just a second, I'll bring up those names. All right, are you guys ready for a draw? Let's, if you guys are still listening to me, show some hands. Put a thumbs up if you're ready to go into the draw. This is for 3 caps, so we've got 3 lucky winners, and then we'll go into that shirt. So, first number. And Owen says I can exclude him. Owen, I owe your brother $100 now, brother. All right. Good having Tyron with us this evening. Thanks, Tyron. Really appreciate it. All right. Who wants a cap? Let's go. Right. Lucky number 4 for a cap. Who's that? That is Werner. Werner, you win yourself a cap. Right. Next number. Car number 11, the Pace Man. I don't know, Pace. Are you getting this, guys? Owen, you better write this down. Right, for another cap, it's car number. It's car number 18. The Stiganator walking away with the cap. Right, who wants a shirt? It's an online Outlaw shirt. It was sponsored by the one and only. All right, here we go. Are you guys ready for the number? No Stiganator, not a bottle of Clippies, brother. It's a cap. All right, for the shirt, we have an official winner. It is car number 9. Who is car number 9? Let's have a look. Oh, it's our man with the craziest name of the season, Parky Farky. Listen, dude, when I get up to Joburg, we're going to need to chat about that name a bit. All right. Guys, that's our winners for tonight. Alvin, I hope you got that. Sorry, I'm not looking at the feed. I was just looking at the numbers coming up. Okay, it looks like... Yeah, Derek, it's Parky Farky. Well done to you winning the shirt for season 1. Well, there we go. Well done, Carl. Thanks for joining us as well. Season 2 be announced, or season 2 to be announced very, very soon. I am looking forward to it, guys. It's been a fantastic season 1. Thanks for joining us. It has been great having you guys along. To our spectators, to the guys that have joined us in the feed, you guys have been absolutely amazing. Thanks for keeping me very entertained this evening. And to the rest of the lads, to all the drivers, to all the amazing sponsors. In fact, for one last time, if you guys can just put your hands together on the other side of the screen, put your hands together for, and I'm just going to run through them very quickly. There we go, up on your screen in just a second. The first of the guys to come on board right at the beginning of the season. Great to have them here. TGN Racing Simulators, thank you very much for coming on board. Their sister company, Track Art, and we'll obviously be mentioning all those cool prizes that will be handed over to our guys that won the championship. Track Art, of course, very cool prize coming from them. Semcrete, the guy that I've just been talking about, Alvin Sykes, thanks very much for helping us out throughout the season. It is, without your help, a lot of the things wouldn't have been able to be done and put in place. So thank you very much, prize sponsor, and also just in the background, making sure that everything works. Jamtech, there we go, up on your screen next. It's Alan van Graan, the Stiganator. Thanks very much to you. You've done a tremendous job. Thanks, bud. Appreciate all that you do for us. Those very cool prizes, RDSA Academy, for those guys that need to go and learn how to race proper, like the guys that dominated throughout the season. There you go. You can win yourself some very, very cool prizes. Richard from Black Ribbon Simulations, thanks for being with us this evening. There we go, up on your screen in just a second. You'll see their details. You can go check them out on blackribbonsims.com. And then, of course, right near the end of our broadcast, just finally a big shout out to Black Ribbon Simulations, to Botner's Music, also helping us out right here at the end for the last of the season here, series 8, season 8, or race number 8. Sure, but it's getting late. Thank you very much for coming on board and giving us some great prices on a very, very cool studio mic. To the rest of you, have a good one. It was great having you here at Kyalami for round number 8. It's been a fantastic season, and you guys have done a phenomenal job. Thank you very much from Kyalami. Have a great Tuesday evening. Go sleep, go rest well, and until we see you in season 2, have a fantastic week. Adios, guys.